Hey guys, Sid here, and today we're going to be talking about coffee freshness and how to store your coffee at home. So, looking at the board over here, you can see 4 symbols. Now, these 4 symbols represent the 4 elements that are the enemy to coffee freshness. So, first up, we have light. Second up over here is oxygen. We then have moisture, and finally heat. So with whatever you do with your coffee storage, the main purpose is to make sure that these 4 elements cannot get to your coffee, okay? So we are protecting it from light, oxygen, moisture, and heat. So we're going to go into these one by one. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can avoid them, and then I'm going to show you what I think is the best way to store your coffee at home. Okay, so first of all, let's jump right in. We've got light. So you get your beans from your coffee roaster and you take them home and you think, I've got this really nice glass jar. I'm going to put it in that and I'm going to put it on the windowsill. Looks cool, but because it's glass, direct sunlight is going to get to that. And that is going to cause your coffee to go stale very quickly, and it's just not good. Okay, so first rule about coffee storage is that we want it in something that is opaque, which no light can get to. Okay, so that's the first step, right? So we're never going to store it in a glass jar on the countertop. So that's that one done. The second one is oxygen. So freshly roasted coffee has lots of CO2 gas in it, and as it releases that CO2, usually through this valve here or this valve on your coffee bag, the CO2 is replaced with oxygen. Now this oxidization will make your beans go rancid. They'll make them go off and make them not smell good. It's just not nice. So what we want is airtight. So personally, I think vacuum seal is better than airtight, but airtight is a bare minimum. So if you have your bag from your coffee roaster, usually it's going to come with a little airtight, little seal that you can do. You can then place it in your black box, and then you've protected it from light and oxygen. The third one is moisture. Now, with moisture is the thing where mold grows, where bacteria grows, and there is nothing worse for your coffee than exposing it to moisture. It will make your coffee go off so quickly. So a note on that is if you put your coffee in the fridge or in the freezer, then that condensation that it builds from those extreme temperatures is going to cause moisture, and it's going to cause your coffee to go off. So we're going to say we want it in a dark place or in a dark container. We want it away from oxygen, and we want it away from moisture. It needs to be in a dry place, okay? So any container that you put it into, make sure it's dry. Finally, we have heat, and heat links up very nicely with light. So usually, if a coffee is exposed to light, it's also going to be exposed to heat, and that is going to make your coffee go off. So if I bring back my glass container and I put my coffee in here, and I put it on a windowsill in direct sunlight, that sunlight is going to cause heat, and it's going to cause it to go off and lose its flavor and lose its taste. So we're going to do a dark place or dark packaging, no oxygen, so airtight, away from moisture so it's dry, and the final one is away from heat. So what we're going to do is the optional way. If you've got a drawer in your kitchen or a cupboard space, you're going to pop that in there, close the drawer, and that's perfect. That is making sure that all of these 4 things are being completely eliminated. Your coffee is going to stay fresh, probably for weeks and weeks and weeks, if not months. When you get your coffee from your roaster, like I said, it's going to come in a bag. Now this bag actually isn't the best bag. You'll see here that because this bag is see-through, it could actually be exposed to light, which means it could also be exposed to heat. So if you got a bag like this from your roaster, you're probably also getting a box. So you want to keep it in that box, okay? And then together, that's good. Alternatively, the best type of packaging for coffee is actually plastic lined with foil. So this foil is going to protect it from all of those things as well, okay? So this is going to be your ultimate freshness, a plastic bag lined with foil, you're good to go. But now let's talk about the fellow vacuum sealer. So there's lots of great resources that you can look at for this. You know, James Hoffman has a great YouTube video where he goes through all the different types of containers that you can use at home to store your coffee. And every single time with James Hoffman and other people, vacuum seal always comes up trumps. So I've sent you a little printout on how to use this, because I think for some people it can be quite overwhelming at first, but actually it's really easy. So I'm just going to teach you guys really quickly how to use this. So you take your coffee, you can follow along on your printout. We're going to just pour it in to our very nice container. We pop the lid on here, and then we're literally just going to twist it back and forth, until there's two little circles on here, and the smallest of those circles will go green. Once that's gone green, that means that you are vacuum sealed. You are done. If you want to release the vacuum seal, you press the bigger button, makes a really nice noise, very satisfying, and then your beans are good to go, and then you can use them. Every time you put that lid back on, you just want to make sure that you're reactivating that vacuum seal. And this is making sure that there's no oxygen whatsoever. This is also black, so it's protecting it from light and heat, and also from moisture as well. And that's everything. I hope you guys found that informative. I'll now open up for questions.